राधा माधव कुंज विहार राधा माधव कुंज विहार कुंज विहार जया गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर जय जन वल्लभ गिरिवर तना व्रज जन यशोदानन्दना व्रज जन यमुना तीरा वनचारि तीरा तीरा वनचारि कुंज विहार कृष्ण वल्लभ गिरिवर cups. Two of them.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Majnanatimirandasya Jnananjanamshalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathantam Sadivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Dita Shri Vishakamitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Bhakta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Namavam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Paramananda Madhav Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. First of all, I would like to seek the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas here in person and also in Zoom, especially today's Kishore Prabhu, to speak something on this Srimad Bhagavatam so that I can also apply in my life. Completely unqualified to sit on the Vyasasana, but just as an order, Vice Sham Kishore Prabhu, I'd like to repeat whatever I have heard from our senior devotees and acharyas. So we're going to read from ninth sloka. We'll recite the ninth sloka and then we'll read the translations of Kailash until 22, verse number 22. So, Chankshara will advise to do that. जन्मौषधि तपो मंत्र
जन्मौषधि तपो मंत्र
योग सिद्धे नरेतरे
योग सिद्धे नरेतरे
जुष्टं किन्नर गंधर्वै
दुष्टं किन्नर गन्धर्वे
अप्सरोभिर्वृतं सदा
कृतं सदा
जन्मौषधि तपो मंत्र
जन्म
योग सिद्धे नरेतरे
योग सिद्धे नरेतरे
जुष्टं किन्नर गंधर्वै
दुष्टं किन्नर गन्धर्वे
अप्सरोभिर्वृतं सदा
अप्सरोभिर्वृतं सदा
जन्मौषधि तपो मंत्र
जन्म
योग सिद्धे नरेतरे
योग सिद्धे नरेतरे
जुष्टं किन्नर गंधर्वैर्
दुष्टं किन्नर गन्धर्वे
अप्सरोभिर्वृतं सदा
अप्सरोभिर्वृतं सदा जन्म औषधि तपो मंत्र
जन्मौषधि तपो मंत्र
योग सिद्धे नरेतरे
योग सिद्धे नरेतरे
दुष्टं किन्नर गन्धर्वे
जुष्टं किन्नर गंधर्वैर्
अप्सरोभिर्वृतं सदा
अप्सरोभिर्वृतं सदा जन्मौषधि तपो मंत्र योग सिद्धे नरेतरे जुष्टं किन्नर गंधर्वैर् अप्सरोभिर्वृतं सदा What the word meaning? Janma, birth, Aushadhi, herbs, Tapa, austerity, mantra, Vedic hymns,
Vedic and
yoga, mystic yoga practices,
mystic yoga practices
Siddhai, with perfected beings,
with perfected being
Nara Itara, by demigods, Justam, enjoyed, Kinnara Gandharvai, by Kinnaras and Gandharvas, Apsarovihi, by Apsaras, Vritam, full of, Sada, always. Translation by His Divine Grace, Avicharana Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. The abode known as Kailasha is full of different herbs and vegetables, and it is sanctified by Vedic hymns and mystic yoga practice. Thus, the residents of that abode are demigods by birth and have all mystic powers. Besides them, there are other human beings who are known as Kinnaras and Gandharvas and are accompanied by their beautiful wives, who are known as Apsaras or angels. So we go to the 4610 and we read the translation. Kailasha is full of mountains filled with all kinds of valuable jewels and minerals and surrounded by all varieties of valuable trees and plants. The top of the hill is nicely decorated by various types of deer. 4611. There are many waterfalls, and in the mountains there are many beautiful caves in which the very beautiful wives of mystics are found. 612. On Kailasha hill, there is always a rhythmical sound of the peacocks, sweet vibrations, and the bees humming. Cuckoos are always singing, and other birds whisper among themselves. 613. There are tall trees with straight branches that appear to call the sweet birds. And when herds of elephants pass through the hills, it appears that the Kailasha hill moves with them. When the waterfalls resound, it appears that Kailasha hill does also. 14 and 15. The whole of Kailasha hill is decorated with various kinds of trees, of which the following names may be mentioned: Mandara, Parijata, Sharla, Tamala, Tala, Kovidara, Asana, Archuna, Ambrajati, mango, Kadamba, Dhuli Kadamba, Naga, Punnaga, Champaka, Patala, Ashoka, Bakula, Kunda, and Kurabaka. The entire hill is decorated with such trees which produce flowers with fragrant aromas. 4, 6, 16. There are other trees also which decorate the hill, such as the golden lotus flower, the cinnamon tree, Malati Kupcha, Mallika, and Madhavi. Kailasha Hill is also decorated with such trees as Kata, jackfruit, Julara, banyan trees, Plakshas, Nyagrodas, and trees producing asafoetida. Also, there are trees of betel nuts and Burjapatra, as well as Rajapuga, blackberries, and similar other trees. There are mango trees, Priyala, Madhuka, and Inguda. Besides these, there are other trees like thin bamboos, Vichaka, and varieties of other bamboo trees, all decorating the tract of Kailasha Hill. There are different kinds of lotus flowers such as Kumuda, Utpala, and Shatapatra. The forest appears to be a decorated garden, and the small lakes are full of various kinds of birds who whisper very sweetly. There are many kinds of other animals also, like deer, monkeys, boars, lions, rakshas, shalyakas, forest cows, forest asses, tigers, small deer, buffalo, and many other animals who are fully enjoying their lives. There are varieties of deer such as Karnantra, Ekapada, Ashwas, Vraka, and Kasturi, the deer which bears musk. Besides the deer, there are many banyan trees which decorate the small hillside lakes very nicely. So now 4622. There is a small lake named Alakananda in which Sati used to take her bath, and that lake is especially auspicious. All the demigods, after seeing the specific beauty of Kailasha Hill, were struck with wonder at the great opulence to be found there. Purpura Srila Prabhupada. According to the commentary called Sri Bhagavat Chandra Chandrika, the water in which Sati used to bathe was Ganges water. In other words, the Ganges flowed through the Kailash Parvata. There is every possibility of accepting such a statement because Ganges water is also flows from the hair of Lord Shiva. Since Ganges water rests on the head of the Lord Shiva and then flows to the other parts of the universe, it is quite possible that the water in which Sati bathed, which was certainly very nicely scented, was Ganges water. Thank you. Again, one more time, take the blessings of the devotees here online. So especially the last couple of months, we are hearing about how Daksha Prajapati was being killed by Veerabhadra. How, what happened, why he has to be killed, how he has insulted Lord Shiva, how he has insulted Mother Parvati. She could not take that, and then she quit her body, and that gave rise to anger of Lord Shiva. And immediately Lord Shiva sent Veerabhadra and his soldiers. They all completely whatever the priests, they are trying to do the fire sacrifices there in the assembly of Daksha Prajapati. They killed the Daksha, and then they defeated all the soldiers, all the side of Daksha Prajapati. And then now they all approached Lord Brahma. Please help. Now they are coming to Lord Shiva, and on the way, the whole description of Kailash is given here. How Kailash is, how opulent Kailash is. looking at the exalted position of Lord Shiva, and they are completely struck with wonder how this Kailash, beauty of Kailash. Srimad Bhagavatam, actually every sloka, how every sloka we can connect back to the pure devotional service. When I was reading all these slokas, it's difficult to connect that because it's just a plain description. That's how it appears. But to take some of the lessons from um, how Daksha is being killed here, what are the things that we should be taking lessons from this wonderful pastimes here? Especially, we talked several times about how Daksha is being the envious of Lord Shiva, just because he did not get up in the assembly when he walked in. He was completely gone mad. This, it is very easy to identify many times. I was told by one devotee that it's very easy to identify the envy in others, and it is easy to identify the pride in others. Yesterday we were discussing with Vrindavan Prabhu. It's as soon as we hear about Daksha, Hiranyakashipu, immediately thinks, I am not that one. But actually, I am worse than them because heart is completely filled with so much of dust. When one should be introspecting, if we are feeling that others are envious, actually, it is because of the pride that is in my heart. If we are feeling pride in others, that means we are actually envious of others. This is quite opposite. Always nice devotees, told. Always, whenever we say others are envious means that obviously I have to introspect. I do have pride in my heart. Because of that, it is coming, or something else. The same opposite. If you are feeling others are they having pride, that means am I envious of them? Just you need to cross check this. Otherwise, it is deadly. As you have seen, how Daksha has paid the price. Pride comes before fall. Because of the pride, Daksha is becoming envious, and that's how he actually did the aparadh to Lord Shiva, and that's how it led all these things. Because whatever we do, everyone will get success in their lives. Right? Success without maturity cannot be good for us. It takes away from Krishna consciousness. Many times it has been proven. One should be very cautious about success that we are getting, and including material and spiritual. Many people, especially you can see that in a gross level outside the material world, how everyone is so puffed up as soon as they get positions, different positions, they are promoted, then immediately their behavior changes. Hmm? The entire behavior changes. They stopped giving value to others. Hmm? They don't even consider what others are saying. In offices, we see that many times. They have, and as one of the CEO, as soon as we go into the lift elevator, immediately, somebody asked, "Hey, where do you want to go?" All the way to the top. Is that all the way to the top? That's what his answer. So that's the maximum floor. That's where he works. So then this new person, okay, he pressed that and then he went downstairs. Uh, it's very coincidentally, in the same month, one of our employees in some other state, you know, they try to, you know, get the money from the loan. They use very harsh words and they try to, threaten them. And because of that one thing, the state has sued the company. The state has sued the company. And who is responsible? The same CEO. And everybody is okay, but they have to remove somebody because of this act. And they immediately they fired the CEO. Who just in the same month, I can sense it. The same month, he was just staying all the way to the top. He's very, very intelligent. He left at the age of 20, the college, and then he started this business and he did the whole thing for last 40 years. And now with one decision, one person's mistake, he has to be taken out. This is how the material world is. Success is very dangerous if we have not got the maturity. That's why it is always important for us to give the credit to our spiritual master and Lord Krishna. Without their sanction, we can never do anything. This pride has two things, two qualities. The first thing is it's like honey, right? It gives a sweetness. It is very good. We are tasting the sweetness of the honey. Until that point, it is okay. But if we keep taking honey, the second quality of honey comes. What is that? The second quality is we get dizziness. Because of that dizziness, what happens? Everything looks different. Everything looks upside down. Because I am only doing. That is the only problem. What is that? I am only doing and nobody else is doing. As soon as we get these kind of thoughts, we are completely trapped by material energy. His Holiness B.B. Govind Swami Maharaj says very nice point. I heard this 15 years ago when I first came to Krishna consciousness. What is he was always saying that if you know something, that you only can do, that's it. You are completely buffed up. So he said, like, you have to teach this to others. So that way you will not have the feeling that I know something. I only can do this. Nobody is doing. And immediately this applies even the material world also. I was given a particular task, for almost 10, 12 years. And I was like, as soon as anybody comes, a new management comes, immediately they'll ask, okay, this is very crucial task. The whole company runs on this task, financial side. So everyone is very eager to know this. So I told Shaligram, he was my manager at that time. So what should we do? We told, okay, let's give this to everybody whoever wants to take. As soon as we started giving this to rest of the people, whoever wants to take, you can take. Then within a week, everything is given out, and everyone is very happy, very happy that okay, everything is okay. Now we got to know all these things. I was like relating that um, how it is important to get out of this consciousness that I only can do certain things. Because whenever we feel that, then we lose the humility part of it. Many of you have heard the story of a sparrow and ocean. When the sparrow lost its eggs, and then it starts fighting with the ocean, right? When it's fighting with the ocean with lots of determination, by looking at the determination, how Garuda is so pleased, and Garuda came. And Garuda is actually told ocean, now you have to give the eggs. And as soon as Garuda came, sparrow got its eggs. His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj writes in the Key to Surrender book, you know, I always see that when we are doing with determination, sparrow is not considering, hey, I up my sleeves, now I am ready to fight with the ocean. No. Maharaj writes that there actually, sparrow is still considering it is very low. Sparrow is not thinking, I can dry up the ocean, I have the ability. With the determination, it is still maintaining the humility also. This is, when I read that one, I was like, wow. So when we are caught up with our devotional service, how we should not be going to that side of the, the activity, whatever we are doing. Because when we don't consider that because of the Supreme Lord, because of our spiritual master, we are making progress. If we don't have this consciousness, we are trapped by material energy. How Srila Prabhupada is giving all the credits to his Gurudev. And he was actually, in fact, many times he says, because of my disciples, he was giving all the glories to his disciples who are helping in his mission. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, I am the servant of Rupa and Raghunath. They don't take any credit. How Bhakti Vinod Thakur writes his wonderful literature, wonderful songs of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. When we read the translations, sometimes they attain such a high position, yet they call themselves like very low. I cannot understand such a humility. Such a humility they are saying. And here we are, by performing a small activity, we feel ourselves so great. That's why Krishna gives maturity, Krishna gives success, but devotee should have the maturity to have that success. It is the most important thing. Success of wealth. How success of wealth can completely bewilder one. How Kunti Devi says, all this success, beauty, knowledge, how these things can actually detrimental to our bhakti. As we get more wealth in our life, if we don't have more detachment, that wealth can ruin our life. This one thing is very, very clear. As we are getting wealth, one should have more detachment to the wealth. Otherwise, that's it. It can completely trap us. It's kind of a heavy weight that we are carrying on our shoulders when we are trying to come out of the ocean, when we are drowning. Anybody will put more weight to our shoulder bags when we are coming out of this ocean? No, we try to get out of this situation as soon as possible. As we put more weight, we can drown more. And then success of beauty. Everyone is maintaining this. To maintain this beauty, one has to struggle hard. As soon as white hair comes, immediately people try to put color, right? Dye. Yeah, because people are worshipped for their beauty. And when they lose the beauty, they cannot take it. A person who is honored, dishonor is worse than death because we cannot we cannot take that dishonor. We cannot go through that. Many times I heard that people will try to cover so many things in the body by nicely decorating scents and other things. And success of knowledge is one thing where when we get the knowledge, we feel we have completely won the world. But actually, as we are growing old, we completely lose the memory. We can't remember so many things. This material world makes us that we are not knowledgeable all the way, all the time. We will lose that because as this body is growing old, many parts of this body are not going to function as normal. That's why memory is lost. Success of knowledge is also going to be temporary. We lose that. Success of lineage coming from so and so family. It has so much um, uh, pride in one's life. Success of family. Many last time I think somebody is doing the concert, musical concert in the temple. They're all like so much knowledge, so much talent that each one of them have. And many people I see that they're hesitant to even remove the shoes and come to the temple. I was like, wow. They don't want to remove the shoes also. They just want to attend the music function. But they're all coming from an aristocratic families, settled here for so long. And they have wonderful knowledge. But simple thing, they're coming into the temple. I cannot even remove them. They don't like some people actually. They left actually. I was watching from outside. This these successes can actually bring us a lot of pride in our one's heart. Success of people, success of position, all these things will make us proud. His Holiness Radhanasa Maharaj was asked, like, how one cannot be proud because in Krishna consciousness, it's very difficult. If we don't glorify the devotees, we will fall down. And if we take the glorification of other devotees, also we will fall down. Both. Then how we can not be proud? Unless Radhanasa Maharaj give 3 points, very wonderful points. Understand that we are not in control at any time. At any time, we are not in control. This is my first lesson in before getting my marriage. You know, we all we arranged all the things. We are actually we were planned everything to in the Tirumala. I come from US. My wife is coming from Australia, so everything is arranged nicely. You know. Everyone is ready for the marriage, and we all landed in Tirumala with all the relatives. One day we were not just maybe 20 hours is there for marriage. Um, and people, everybody thought, okay, we have 20 hours. Why can't we go and take darshan of Lord Balaji, including the priest, everybody went. Um, so what happened? They took a special ticket and they thought, okay, 2 3 hours, they can finish darshan and come back. And 3 to 4 hours, usually that's how it happens. But Lord Balaji gave us special blessings that Lord Balaji closed the darshan, unexpected. He closed the darshan for how many hours? For 16 hours. For 16 hours, Balaji closed the darshan. And we are at the mandap and nobody coming, including the priest. Nobody is there to do the ceremony also. And I was just praying to the Lord. And what is this? Nobody is there and we're all getting married and nothing was there. We were just chanting, chanting, chanting. Just before half an hour to the Muhurta, the priest came. So then it all started after that. It just gave me such a conviction that no matter whoever you are, you just need to take the shelter of the lordships. That's it. You can't do anything. We are not in the control of anything. I was always feeling that I am in control of something. As soon as we feel that I am in control, we lost the control. That's how I felt. In the several things in throughout my life is like that. So I have experienced many times about this. Immediately, as soon as I feel I am in control, I lose the control. And then I started praying. Sorry to tell, only one time I just praying that whenever I was playing Mridanga Kartal, I have only one desire to the Supreme Lord. Let me be failure in this. Sincerely, I always pray. Only one time I did not pray. 2022 December is when Radhanasam Maharaj was in the Mangalarti and even Kishore asked me to sing Mangalarti. At that time I was like, okay, this time I was not able to play that. I don't want to displease my spiritual master. You know, I always have this. It's better I fail so that I'll always be there. I don't get any pride in what I do and what I continue. So that way I can be there. That's okay for me. But first, when we don't think we are the controllers, then we can experience actually. We can stay humble. First thing is the physical problems. How Raghunath Maharaj was explaining to have conviction that we are not the controllers. First thing he says physical problems. As I am getting old, I have full experience about it. How this material body is is giving so much trouble. Probably last 4 5 months, maybe more than 5 months, I have the back problem, and I could not sit on the floor for several months, and so much problem of the body. After going through so many things, still I am considering I am in control. I can control, I can manage uh, by certain alternatives. I always say that we don't want to leave the sweetness of halwa. We want, we can remove the white sugar, but we can put jaggery. So that is where, that is, it is very good. It is very healthy. The point is, we don't want to leave the sweetness of it. We try to find alternatives, how we can enjoy that experience. And then another problem, mental problems. So mental problems are, we cannot accept the reality of this life. When we cannot accept the reality of the life, then we are totally disturbed. When we understand this is the reality of life, then we can come out of the mental problems. I remember one devotee when I was visiting India. I visited the temple and they asked me to drop that devotee family in nearby bus station. I dropped them and then I come. Basically, I came back to the temple and then the devotee was telling how this devotee who actually dropped at the bus station, she has given, I think 1.5 lakhs at that time, few years ago, 1.5 lakhs to the temple, whatever her savings. She actually didn't have anything and she was actually going through cancer and she can kept the money for the for her treatment also. This devotee was telling, despite all the problems that she was going through, she was ready to give. She came out of all the problems of the mind, of her problem, whatever she is going through, and she is happily giving all the money that she had in her savings to their lordships. He was explaining how accepting the reality can change the perspective of this world. When anybody will have physical problems, but when we have acceptance of that problem, then we can actually grow spiritually. How long we can hold to these problems? Like mentally, we are sick if we hold to these problems of life. We have to accept the reality. And the third thing is our spiritual problems. Our spiritual problems is we do not understand our weaknesses in life, in our spiritual life. If we do not understand our weakness, then that's how material energy uses those weaknesses. She knows everything, how, where we will um, change the course of our life, how it can be changed. She knows everything, but we don't realize. Because of that, we are trapped by material energy. Krishna is the only savior. Krishna can give many things for us. We just need to be instrument in that. A problem comes in our life, if we show the pride from starting, then it is very difficult to accept the reality. How Vrindranath Prabhu is telling the two slokas, one is from Lord Brahma and another is from the Avanti Brahmana. Because Avanti Brahmana was living a life full of love, but still he was giving up that mentality and completely taken shelter of the Supreme Lord. So if one is living such kind of a life, um, it's very difficult to become humble. If, if we are humble from starting, no matter what comes in our life, we will be able to handle. Many devotees exhibit those qualities. It is very easy to accept the reality. The entire pastime of Daksha Prajapati is for that, how we can consider ourselves as humble in serving their lordships. When we remove this I mentality, I did it, I can do it, only I can do is the only problem. Because when we started our Krishna consciousness, many Noe Bhakta Riksha members are not here. We did not have Gopinath at that time. We have a lot of time. We can serve to the maximum. But other members, one devotee told me, what is the advantage that you have? You don't have anything. You don't have anything that you feel great. Only thing is you have opportunity and time that you can perform devotional service. That's it. Don't consider yourself is that you only can do it. So when we have the opportunity, when you consider you are fortunate and you have the opportunity to serve, then we can never think that how others are performing. We never compare with others. When we compare with others, that's it. We naturally feel proud. That is detrimental for our devotional service. I'm just speaking something which I have to follow. So please forgive me and please pray for me so that I can practice whatever I'm speaking. So this is most important thing. Introspection. Without introspection, there is no progress in devotional service. We have to introspect at every step. Is it coming from my own pride or is it coming from my own envy? That I can see the envy and pride in others. I'd like to end here. It's 9:18. Please forgive me if I've spoken anything wrong or inappropriately. I'm also a practicing devotee. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. I'm ending the session.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Wonderful class.
Thank you, Prabhu. Wonderful.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
We have started plucking the flowers a better. I request all the devotees who are online, please appear in person so that we can complete the petals. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nice class, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad Pranams.
Yeah, I'm ending Hare Krishna.